Trump lambasts Biden over border bloodbath as he faces failure to secure $464 million bond in fraud case. Amid the controversy surrounding his use of the term bloodbath, former President Donald Trump tries to shift the focus onto Joe Biden by releasing a new campaign video. This video compiles sensational news reports about migrant crime incidents, aiming to portray the illegal immigration crisis at America's southern border as the true bloodbath. This diversionary tactic comes after a series of setbacks for the Republican presidential candidate in his ongoing court battles. Trump's legal team informed an appeals court in New York on Monday that he has been unsuccessful in securing a bond to satisfy the nearly $500 million civil fraud judgment against him. They argued that finding a company willing to back a bond exceeding $464 million is practically impossible, raising the concern that New York Attorney General Letitia James may commence seizing his assets unless the court intervenes. They contended that securing a bond exceeding $464 million from a company is a near impossibility, which could potentially lead to New York Attorney General Letitia James initiating asset seizure proceedings unless the court intervenes. Meanwhile, although his hush money trial has been postponed until April, Judge Juan Merchan has authorized the court to hear testimony from former fixer Michael Cohen, adult film star Stormy Daniels, and ex-Playboy model Karen McDougal. Additionally, discussions regarding the Access Hollywood tape are also permitted. In another setback for Trump, the judge overseeing his criminal trial related to hush money payments to Stormy Daniels has dismissed the former president's efforts to prevent her testimony. Judge Juan Merchan of New York additionally dismissed Trump's efforts to prevent testimony from Michael Cohen, his former attorney purportedly involved in a plan to conceal damaging information about Trump's extramarital affairs before the 2016 presidential election. Furthermore, Judge Merchan rejected Trump's endeavors to bar testimony from former Playboy model Karen McDougal, who allegedly had a relationship with him prior to his presidency. What are the implications if Trump fails to obtain his $464 million bond? Here's further insight from Alex Woodward on the repercussions if Trump is unable to secure the bond required to appeal his New York civil fraud case. Donald Trump's legal team informed an appeals court on Monday that he has been unsuccessful in securing a bond to satisfy the nearly $500 million civil fraud judgment against him. His attorneys argued that finding a company willing to back a bond exceeding $454 million, plus additional millions in interest, is a practical impossibility. This situation raises the possibility of New York Attorney General Letitia James initiating asset seizure proceedings unless the court intervenes. According to his lawyers, Mr. Trump faces insurmountable difficulties in securing a bond. Despite approaching about 30 surety companies through 4 separate brokers, he has been unable to secure one just 1 week before Ms. James can commence asset collection. Trump alleges that the United States is being contaminated by undocumented migrants. A day after former President Donald Trump referred to some migrants as not people, he reiterated a previous assertion that undocumented immigrants are poisoning the United States. During a Fox News interview on Sunday with Media Buzz host Howard Kurtz queried Trump, "Why do you employ words like vermin and poisoning of the blood?" The media immediately reacts by saying, "Well, that's the type of language that Hitler and Mussolini utilized." The frontrunner for the 2024 election replied, "That's what they say. I didn't know that. But that's what they say." Nevertheless, he proceeded to state that he uses these terms because our country is being poisoned.